Missy's TBT story is altered and made much more devastating by young Sheldon. Hello everyone, my name is Alana. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like of caution. Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 16 spoilers ahead. Missy finally has a gripping plot in Young Sheldon Season 6. Yet it not only alters but also intensifies the tragedy of her Big Bang Theory story. This year, TV's top comedy has been balancing multiple multi-episode plots, which allows a few Cooper members to receive the recognition they merit. Amidst his complex relationship with Mandy, Georgie has been occupied with adjusting to being a new father. Sheldon, meantime, recently had to cope with a significant setback with his grant database effort. At last, Mary and George's marriage is about to completely collapse. Missy has been reduced to a supporting role with no clear storyline in the midst of all of this. This is unfortunate because the only daughter of George and Mary is one of the most interesting characters on the show. She was a big favorite in the prequel because, despite her brief stint on The Big Bang Theory, she left a positive enough impression. Young Sheldon's greatest error has been to ignore Missy. The episode tries to address this by finally placing her at the center of its narrative, but in the process, it has altered her tale on The Big Bang Theory. Georgie's assertion that Missy was a dumb teenager following George's death, however, was one of the most significant revelations regarding Sheldon's twin. Given how close she is to him, it seems reasonable that she just began to rebel after the catastrophe. But according to Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 16, Mary and George's parenting was the cause of Missy's rebellious period long before that. After she criticized them for consistently neglecting her, they had the opportunity to address her complaints. However, they are still so preoccupied with their own problems that they fail to see how they contribute to Missy's problems. Missy has shown herself to be the best Cooper much too often. During the Young Sheldon season, her family members were addressing their individual problems 5. She decided to give them everyone extra assistance, especially Mary, with whom she has had a tense relationship. Unfortunately, her family still fails her by not showing her the same compassion and love that she consistently shows them. Missy wouldn't be going through such a tough time if Mary and George would accept responsibility for the circumstances. Missy's early years were not well explained by The Big Bang Theory, which gave young Sheldon more latitude in developing her story. But it was evident from the episode that she ended up being Cooper's least successful character. Brother in the conventional sense. She worked as a hostess at a local bar while Georgie and Sheldon were making waves in their respective areas. She was in a failing marriage with a second child on the way, but not much about her career path was disclosed when she returned to The Big Bang Theory 10 years later. Missy may not have deserved her destiny on The Big Bang Theory, given how amazing she was in Young Sheldon. Young Sheldon Season 6 has previously outlined Missy's problematic destiny through the story of older Sheldon. Although the details of the case are yet unknown, CBS can only make sure that her story will be told correctly at this point. It's difficult to delve more into her problems as a middle child with a brilliant twin, and it would be wonderful if young Sheldon also looked at her point of view on all of this. Maybe her tale might include the fact that she is the only Cooper sibling aware of Mary and George's Sheldon may be able to continue after Season 7 by gradually switching its narrative to Missy. The natural conclusion of the Big Bang Theory prequel is drawing near, examining its current position within the predetermined schedule. However, the well-liked family sitcom may go past Sheldon's trip to California and George's impending death with a few changes that would center its narrative upon Missy and even Georgie. In a bold storytelling move, young Sheldon has reimagined Missy Cooper's trajectory, diverging significantly from the glimpses offered in The Big Bang Theory. This shift not only alters her character's path, but also deepens the emotional complexity of her journey. presenting a narrative far more poignant than previously depicted. The Big Bang Theory introduced Missy as a character who, after their father's untimely death, veered into a rebellious phase, earning the label of the dumb teenager from her brother Georgie. This portrayal suggested her defiance was a reaction to George's passing. However, young Sheldon flips this narrative, positioning Missy's rebellious streak as emerging well before this tragedy. In Season 6, Episode 12, she deceives her parents about a sleepover, only to be found at a college party by Sheldon. This act signifies a deeper yearning for attention and recognition, highlighting feelings of neglect within her family. Young Sheldon paints a picture of Missy as the often overlooked middle child, overshadowed by her twin brother's genius and her older brother's premature responsibilities. Her attempts to seek attention, whether through rebellious acts or confronting her parents about their inattentiveness, are met with indifference. This lack of acknowledgement from George and Mary exacerbates her sense of isolation, propelling her towards actions that further alienate her from the family. The untimely death of George Cooper Sr. serves as a catalyst that magnifies existing familial tensions. Missy's grief is compounded by the realization that the one family member who truly understood her is gone. This loss leaves her with a mother who retreats into her faith, offering little emotional support. Missy's subsequent actions, including running away with her friend Paige, underscore her profound sense of abandonment and the family's collective failure to address her emotional needs. As young Sheldon progresses, Missy's journey becomes increasingly tragic. Her attempts at rebellion are not mere teenage antics, but cries for help in a household that fails to see her pain. The series hints at a future where Missy, despite her potential, becomes the least successful Cooper sibling, working as a waitress and embroiled in tumultuous relationships. This trajectory starkly contrasts with the more successful paths of Sheldon and Georgie, painting a somber picture of her future. In The Big Bang Theory, Missy's appearances are limited but offer a glimpse into her life post-childhood. She is depicted as a waitress, grappling with personal challenges, including a troubled marriage and impending motherhood. This portrayal aligns with the narrative established in young Sheldon, reflecting the consequences of her tumultuous youth. This reimagined storyline enriches Missy's character, providing a more nuanced understanding of her actions in The Big Bang Theory. It offers viewers a lens through which to empathize with her choices, recognizing them as manifestations of deeper familial and emotional struggles. By exploring her backstory, young Sheldon transforms Missy from a peripheral character into a symbol of overlooked potential and unaddressed pain. Young Sheldon's depiction of Missy Cooper offers a profound and emotionally charged narrative, diverging from the brief insights provided in The Big Bang Theory. This reimagined storyline not only alters our perception of Missy's character, but also adds a layer of depth to the overarching narrative, highlighting themes of neglect, loss, and the quest for recognition within a fractured family dynamic. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.